Jessica Aguirre here. You know, for more than a year, we've been dealing with the anxiety of COVID-19 and the pandemic. And now, as more people are getting vaccinated and normalcy seems to be in sight, there's a whole new set of anxieties that we're dealing with. And those have to do with normalcy, getting back to it, and also getting that darn vaccine. Therapists tell me that they are seeing an uptick in people who are now worried and don't want to go back to their jobs or the office, or they don't want to go out and socialize with friends at all. Marriage and family therapist Peggy Wynne says the issue is that we may be anxious about losing our social skills after having spent so much time alone.
So I think there's the anxiety is about what's it going to be like when I go back. And I think one question people ask a lot is, will it be the same? And I think obviously those are questions that no one can actually answer. And so part of the anxiety so much is fueled by the unknown.
So what should we be saying to ourselves about entering this new phase?
Rather than trying to answer that big question, it's much more about saying, I'm just going to be able to handle this like kind of one day at a time. And let's see what it's like. Let's see what it's going to be, and kind of preparing that it could be a little different, and that different's okay.
So on the opposite end of this is the other form of anxiety that people are having. Is like, we have been waiting all this time for this vaccine, and originally we thought we weren't going to get vaccinated till maybe July. But now they've moved the timeline, and now all of a sudden people are having massive anxiety about not being able to get the vaccine, or FOMO, you know, fear of missing out, that other people are getting the vaccine around them and you're the only one who isn't.
I think FOMO has a lot to do with it, actually, Jessica, and I think people feel like left out, or they feel a little resentful that maybe their neighbor got it and they're in the same age bracket, but you haven't been called up to get it yet. So I think a lot of that is not so much anxiety necessarily, but almost kind of resentment and perhaps some anger about how the system has either failed them or created some distrust.
So Peggy says, try to reassure yourself. You're going to get the vaccine. You've made it this far. We're following the medical advice of experts. You're going to get vaccinated soon. And also, remember, she says, you can't control the outcome of what's going to happen now. The only thing you can do is control, are you ready for this? The therapist always tell you this, your reaction to the situation. So be patient with yourself and with others. You will get the vaccine soon.
We could keep
Just
talking.
say it over and over again to yourself. Or to myself, Raj, over and over.
We could keep talking for 90 minutes about this. Thank you, Jessica.